The Grand Canyon. It is one of the most famous natural wonders on Earth. Millions of tourists visit it every year, snapping photos and marveling at its immense scale. But what if I told you that they are only allowed to see a fraction of it? What is hiding in the restricted zones that the government guards with heavily armed helicopters? Welcome to Forbidden Origins. Today, we uncover the chilling truth of the 1909 Grand Canyon cover-up. On April 5, 1909, the Arizona Gazette published a front-page story that should have changed human history forever. It wasn't a rumor. It was a detailed report from an explorer named G.E. Kincaid, a man who claimed to be funded by the prestigious Smithsonian Institution. Kincaid was traveling alone down the Colorado River in a wooden boat, searching for minerals. About 42 miles up the river from the El Tovar Crystal Canyon, he noticed stains in the sedimentary formation on the east wall. Something unnatural. He climbed up the treacherous sheer rock face, and there, nearly 2,000 feet above the riverbed, he found an entrance. It was perfectly hidden, practically invisible to anyone who knew exactly where to look. Kincaid stepped inside, and what he found defies everything we are taught in school. This was no Native American ruin. Kincaid reported entering a massive, artificially carved tunnel that extended hundreds of feet into the solid rock. The main cavern was colossal. It was an underground citadel, capable of housing nearly 50,000 people. But it was the artifacts that made his blood run cold. Kincaid found giant shrines holding golden statues of Buddha-like figures sitting cross-legged. He found copper weapons inexplicably hardened with a lost metallurgical process. He discovered urns, pottery, and walls completely covered with complex hieroglyphics. Egyptian hieroglyphics, right in the heart of America. It was a lost civilization, a bridge between ancient Asia, Egypt, and the Americas. A discovery that would rewrite the timeline of humanity. So, what did the Smithsonian do with the greatest archaeological find of the 20th century? They erased it. Within weeks of the Arizona Gazette article, the narrative abruptly shifted. The Smithsonian officially denied any involvement. They issued statements claiming they had absolutely no record of a G.E. Kincaid, nor any Professor S.A. Jordan, the man Kincaid claimed was leading the excavation. They dismissed the entire front-page story as a newspaper hoax, a fabrication meant to sell copies. End of story, case closed. But is it? If it was just a hoax, why did the government immediately move to secure the area? Let's look at the facts. Today, there are sections of the Grand Canyon that are strictly off-limits to the public. You cannot hike there. You cannot boat there. Airspace above these specific coordinates is highly restricted. Try to fly a drone or hike into these forbidden zones, and you will be met by federal agents or military personnel. Why the massive cover-up? Why is the military guarding empty caves over a century later? Look at the names of the monuments within the Grand Canyon itself. The Isis Temple, the Tower of Set, the Cheops Pyramid, the Buddha Temple. John Wesley Powell, the man who led the first official expedition down the Grand Canyon in 1869, allegedly named these peaks. But why would an American explorer name natural rock formations after ancient Egyptian and Hindu deities? Unless he saw what Kincaid saw. Unless the names weren't just poetic, but literal markers of what lies beneath them. Some whistleblowers suggest the crypts Kincaid found contained more than just gold and statues. He reported finding hundreds of mummies, all adult males, wrapped in dark, bark-like fabric. Were they ancient warriors, priests of a forgotten religion? Some researchers believe the artifacts prove that ancient Egyptians crossed the ocean thousands of years before Columbus, possessing advanced seafaring technology. Others believe the caves hold something even more profound, ancient technology that the modern world simply isn't ready for, a truth that would destroy the established institutions of our time. The Smithsonian has millions of items in its vaults. It is estimated that they only display about 1% of their collection to the public. What is hiding in the other 99%? Are the golden statues of the Grand Canyon locked away in a dark, climate-controlled basement in Washington, D.C.? The truth is buried deep in the red rocks of Arizona, heavily guarded, intentionally forgotten. But for how long? As the water levels of the Colorado River continue to drop, more of the canyon's secrets are being exposed to the light of day. Perhaps soon, the desert will yield what the government has so hard to hide. What do you think is hidden inside the Grand Canyon? Was G.E. Kincaid telling the truth, or was it the greatest newspaper hoax in Arizona history? Let us know your theories in the comments below. If you dare to question the mainstream narrative, if you want to uncover the secrets they don't want you to know, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because here at Forbidden Origins, we know one thing for certain: the truth is stranger than fiction.